Hi, I'm Dana, and today I want to talk about autistic waiting because it's one of the things that I've always struggled with. I've never enjoyed it, it's always a bit of a thing. But lately, especially, with the things that are going on that we're gonna get into, I can't do it, is where we're gonna start, okay? Like, I don't understand how people go about their lives while they're waiting. I don't get it. Like, if I have something happening, I'm just waiting for that thing to happen, especially if it's that day or in a couple of days. I can't get sunk into anything else. I can't properly focus on anything else. I can't really properly do anything except for wait. And that goes for a lot of things. That can be getting my shopping delivered, just knowing that a parcel's going to arrive, meeting up with a friend, a doctor's appointment, like any of it. Once I know that thing's happening, once it's like in there and that's the day, I can't do anything. It very much seems to me as oh, Otis. Hi baby. It very much seems to me as though other people are able to like put the thing to the back of the mind and it's in there, it's back there, they'll remember it, but they don't have to focus on it to remember it. They don't have to keep it in mind properly. Like it's just in the back of their mind and they can go about their day. And I can't go about my day. It's either in the forefront of my mind and I'm waiting, or it's gone and I forget all about it and then it's an absolute panic when it happens, or I just miss the appointment, I just miss whatever I'm supposed to do. And it was one of the things that my parents used to get really annoyed at me for. Like when we lived in Denmark, I'd gotten really into torchwood, and my dad told me that if I cut all of the grass out in the back garden, we had like a fairly big garden, I'd be able to get the second season on DVD delivered to us because it was like kind of expensive postage. So I went out back for like 6 hours with a pair of scissors and a comb and I cut all the grass and I went back in and I told him, and he was like, "You've done what?" And came out and was like, "Shit, yeah, okay, like fuck, I guess we're buying you this fucking DVD box set. I didn't think you were actually going to do that." So for, I want to say 3 weeks after that, I would wake up and I would go and check the post box and be like, "Is it here yet?" And I would come home from school and be like, "Is it here yet?" And before I went to bed, I'd be like, "Can I just check the post box?" It was all I could think about. And obviously that ties in with it like being a special interest type of thing as well. But it was anything that I knew was coming, anything that I knew was happening, I was very like, is it now? Is it now? I'm waiting for this. Like it's I don't have like a passive waiting setting. I just have I am waiting. You know, like I may as well just be sat in the waiting room because I'm not going to do anything but sit and wait anyway. And as I think I've gotten across, it means I lose days. It means I lose like absolute days over having one doctor's appointment, over having one parcel arrive. But it's all I can think on. It's all I can focus on. And it's one of those things where I'm so anxious about ending up in a hyper focus and like missing the thing that I can't get into any sort of focus. Like it is definitely like an anxiety that's preventing me, but it's preventing me, you know, like I cannot focus on anything but the fact that I am waiting for the thing. But what I'm dealing with right now, and what I've dealt with many times over the last few years, and it really fucks me up and I really don't enjoy it, is I have to move. My tenancy is up in November, but I would like to move before that realistically if I can, because it's horrible living here. And I'm just waiting for the day that I'm able to move, for the day that I can start actually like doing the moving stuff. I'm just sat here waiting. And I'm trying so hard to focus on other things, to watch my shows, to watch movies, to do my artistic projects, to make videos, like to focus and think about other things. It's all I can think about. I'm spending so many hours of my day looking up places to live on like Rightmove and Zoopla and looking up like, oh, is this place in the UK nice to live, or is this place in the UK better? What's the affordability of this area? What's the crime rates over here? Like it is the only thing that I have on my mind. And I don't need to be focused on this realistically for several months. Like I need to be focusing on like saving money and being able to afford to actually do it. But like it's one of those things where whether I'm looking up houses and looking up crime rates and all the other stuff that goes with it, whether I'm looking that stuff up or not, it's what's on my mind. And at least if I'm looking it up, I'm finding places that are with like in the areas that I want to move to, that are within the price range that I can afford. And that settles some of the anxiety of it. At least it at least makes it feel like it's going to be like a plausible option for me. But I'm also very aware that by the time I'm in a position to be doing it, those places are going to be gone. They're not going to be up on the market still. I highly doubt it, you know? So, like, it's just to have something to do while I wait to be able to actually do it. And I'm just sort of practicing, I suppose. I'm practicing finding the places and knowing what I want and seeing what there is, and just it's the only thing on my mind. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do because I try to focus on other things and I can't. Like, that's the thing as well, is like, not only does it soothe some of my anxieties because it makes it feel plausible, but it's just like, I can't focus on anything else. It's the only thing that I have going on at the minute where I get Zoopla up and it's been 2 hours, you know? Everything else, I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying, and I look at the clock and it's been 10 fucking minutes and it feels like it's been 3 hours. And I'm back to thinking about where the fuck am I going to move to? How the fuck am I going to afford to move? I'm going to end up in some horrible little, like, room in a shared house and have to get rid of all of my furniture, have to get rid of my fucking cat. And, like, I'm not doing that. You know, like, I don't know what my other option. I'm not getting rid of my fucking cat. So I'm gonna have to deal with it. Like, obviously, this is a big thing. Moving isn't just a little thing that I'm waiting for. It's a big thing with a lot of stuff to it. So it does have a much heightened level of anxiety than a lot of, like, the autistic waiting would tend to. Like, I very much felt this last time I went on holiday back in March of last year. I went to the US for like a month nearly, and it was one of those where I was so excited. I was so looking forward to it. And obviously, I was also very fucking anxious about it. But I've always wanted to go to America, and it was such a great opportunity to get to go. And it was one of those things where, from the moment we booked the plane ticket and I knew for sure that I was getting to go, I was just like, I can't do anything. And it was one of those situations that felt more silly than usual, because I was like, oh, you're going on holiday, you're going to have a nice time, you're getting to go away on a luxurious holiday to the United States of America, and you're just sat here waiting for it to happen. Like, it just felt very like, bitch, pull yourself together. But it was one of those things where, like, as much as I am just sitting there and I'm just waiting for it, I'm not actually doing anything, my brain is going fast and figuring everything out. So by the time it came to, like, I think it was 2 days before the trip, I was like, I'm gonna pack now. I knew exactly what I wanted to pack. I knew where it was. I knew where it was going in my suitcase. Well, I took a backpack with me. But, like, same thing for coming back, you know, like, and that's where I do feel like it can kill some of the joy sometimes, because, like, I went to America and it was fucking sick. And yet there were so many moments, like, if I know that being overwhelmed is usually seen as a massive negative, because it's usually a massive negative, but so much of America was just like, it was overwhelming, and it was overwhelming in the best fucking way, you know. I was like, this looks like a movie set. All of this looks fucking fake, because it's the shit that I see on TV that I've never seen in real life before. What do you mean you have a 7-Eleven? Like, what the fuck? It's insane. It's incredible. So it was one of those things that was, like, really overwhelming in a really positive way. But it felt like as soon as I wasn't overwhelmed, you know, like, as soon as I was, like, where we were staying and everything was, like, safe and normal, like, as normal as it got. Like, even American bathrooms, I was like, yo, look at this fucking Nightmare on Elm Street shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, everything. I was like, it's just so American. It's so American. But as soon as I wasn't that, like, type of overwhelmed, I was waiting to go home. You know, like, I had a camera in my bedroom at home so I could watch Otis, and I would literally just, great, my phone's dying. I would literally just sit there looking through pictures of him and watching the camera and being like, I want my bedroom. I want my fucking Pepsi Max and my cup of tea and my robe. And, like, I just wanted to go home. I was just, obviously, I understand that that's homesickness, but it meant that, like, every time that my brain wasn't completely overwhelmed and focused on what I was doing, I didn't know what to do with myself, because I was just like, we're here and we do the event, we do the big thing, we do the Disneyland, the Universal. When do I go home? You know? And it's one of those things where, like, it didn't negatively affect the trip or anything, you know, like, I still had a fantastic time, but some of the quieter times I just found incredibly fucking difficult, because, like, again, it felt like I may as well be sat in a waiting room. I may as well be, like, sat at the fucking boarding gate for the plane, you know? And I think that's also where I get to, like, it ties in with why I get to things so incredibly early, I think, because it is just, I find it so much easier to be waiting in the location, have it all ready. Just, I want the thing to be fucking over and done with. I just want it done. You know, like, I've been dealing and handling and coping with this kind of thing my entire life. Like, these are feelings that I have always had. Like, shocker, I've always been autistic. And it's one of the things where, like, yeah, as much as I've come up with like coping mechanisms and ways that I deal with stuff, and like I've learnt my breathing exercises to get through my anxiety, and I do my little journaling exercises and all this little like, I do the things that like I feel like you're supposed to do to try and maintain mental clarity and to like settle yourself and to look after your mental health and to like try to process and recover from things. Like I feel like I do more or less for the most part with the most consistency that I'm able to the right things, and it just doesn't do all that much. And I so often feel so silly, and I hate to say it because as much as my videos are often about very negative topics, I try not to make the videos actually negative, but it makes me feel like I'm losing out on so much of like life and being alive and times that I could and should be doing something, and I'm not because I'm waiting for my doctor's appointment that's not for another 4 days. Like, to be fair, I have a doctor's appointment booked right now that I managed to do online. Who the fuck can manage everything in 15 minutes? Whatever. But that's not for another 18 days. So I have a good 2 weeks where I'm not gonna really think about it. The email's gonna be there. I'm gonna keep it like that's the thing. I don't need it to be in the back of my mind because it's in my emails. Like it's in the first like 5 emails that I'm gonna see every time I open my email app. Like it's there. I don't need it in the back of my mind. But once we get closer to it and it's a couple of days away, that's when it needs to stop being in the back of my mind and be in the forefront of my mind. And suddenly, I'll just be waiting. I'll just be waiting for it. I also feel like I should have said earlier in the video, but the level to which I can't focus is what really fucking annoys me because it's like, okay, media is my special interest. Just spend 4 days watching a TV show. I can't because I'm like, oh, I've just missed what happened, what's going on? And then I close it and then I'm like, oh, there's been 5 episodes that I just haven't paid a single moment of attention to and I have no fucking clue what's going on, but I also don't know like at which point I suddenly zoned out and stopped paying any fucking attention to it. Like I can't. And it's so frustrating and it's so annoying. It's one of those things where I'm already anxious about the thing that I'm fucking waiting for, and it adds a big layer of anxiety because I don't feel like I can watch anything. I don't feel like I can create anything. I don't feel like I can cook and sit down and eat a meal. Like I truly don't feel like I can do anything. Like even going to pee, I like even if my doctor's appointment is in 3 days, going to pee feels like it's like some sort of race against time. And like it feels like instead of a GP's appointment where I just go over to my fucking GP's office and talk to him, it feels like what actually happens is I book an appointment to have at any point the SWAT team just swarm into my house at the end of fucking bottom. I don't know when it'll be or how it'll happen, but it's gonna happen at some point. And it's like, it isn't. I know it's not. I know that's not how it works. I've booked my doctor's appointment. I've been to doctor's appointments before. Like, I know how this works. I know that I don't need this level of anxiety. I know that it's going to happen at the time at which it happens. Like, get your shit together. But I can't. It does not matter how logically I know the things that I know. I'm just waiting, and it feels like it's going to just. I think like some level of it now that I'm talking about it from this perspective is also like the timeline and like if I'm not keeping aware of things, it does feel like it's suddenly the fucking time. Like I had 18 hours 5 minutes ago, and suddenly I don't have any hours. It's now. It's just happening. And to really be honest, that's how a lot of my life feels. I think that's I feel like that probably contributes to it. Is that so much of my life feels like I sit down and then the thing's happening. I just need to deal with it. And I'll just do this thing. And then it's the next one and the next one and the next one. So I think there's a level of like, I know that shit is always up and coming. I know that there's always going to be something after the next thing. And having an appointment, having a planned, scheduled thing that is coming after the next thing, I'm just waiting for it. I'd be waiting for it anyway if I didn't know what it was. If I didn't know when it was, but I've been given the time point. I know when it'll be. I need to like be ready for it. And it just feels like so much fucking pressure and preparation is needed. And like, I can't do it. I fucking. It's one of those things that I feel like so often when people in general, but especially when like autistic and neurodivergent people say that we hate waiting, it's seen as like oh, you're so impatient, oh, you're so this and that. And it's like, no, I can't do anything while I'm waiting. And similarly, that's where I'm like, if I'm in a doctor's appointment, if I've gone for my doctor's appointment and it gets to like 20 minutes past my appointment time, that is the point at which I start trying to hype myself, and it happens maybe 2 out of 10 times. I will try to go over to the desk and be like, really sorry, I don't mind waiting at all, I don't have anything else on. Do you know about like approximately what the wait time's gonna be past my appointment time? I just like having the schedule, I just like knowing how long it's gonna be. And I think when I do manage it, I'm so fucking anxious and terrified and a little stuttering mess that they can very much tell that it's not like a I'm so impatient, you hurry up, like, so that they tend to be like, oh, we're like 40 minutes past, and I'm like, okay, that's great. And I know that I have 40 minutes and I'm still anxious, I'm still having to wait, and it's still kind of a thing, but it is so much better than like the indefinite it will happen soon. I think that's all I really had to ramble about for this topic. I've fingers crossed. If I had anything else to say, it's going on said because I'm lapping it up now. As always, I'd love to hear what your thoughts and opinions and experiences and how things are for you are in the comments if you feel comfortable sharing. I just find it fucking hard, man. Like, I'm really. I don't want to be like, I'm really struggling lately, but like, I'm not having a fun time. I know I've been saying that like the entire time I've had this fucking channel, but like this is the current thing I'm having a not good time with. But you know, like we persevere, we push through, we deal with shit, and fingers crossed, eventually at some point things will get better. And things will get better for me if you like and subscribe. They, I don't want to say they won't, but like I also don't want to pressure you into it, but if you wanted to, you can like this video and subscribe to my channel. That'd be really fun and cool and chill, and you should. You can also find me over on TikTok, Instagram, or Blue Sky if you wanted to join me over in any of those places. I still haven't actually used Blue Sky. I don't even have the app on my phone anymore, but you can. If you would like to join the Discord that we have going, you can find that by joining the Patreon, and you can also message me on like Instagram. Instagram's the easiest place to get a hold of me. Because I logged into my Ko-fi account for the first time in like a year the other day, and saw messages there from people asking for the link. And I'm fairly sure that you have all since joined the Discord, like y'all were familiar. But if there's anyone left, please message me on Instagram. I'm not trying to gatekeep, I don't want it to be behind a paywall. I'm just stupid and don't check my social media as often as I should. I don't check my social media as though like people are going to be messaging me, you know, like I just use social media like a normal person, but I also post shit like this, so then people do message me and I see it like months fucking later because I just wasn't expecting it. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord, easiest way is Patreon, but you can message me realistically anywhere and I will hopefully see it and get back to you. But if you actually want me to like see it and get back to you in time, Instagram's the place. And you can, and as I've mentioned at this point, you can also find me over on Ko-fi. And if you wanted to help me start saving up so that I'll be able to move house, that'd be really cool. Because I don't have a car, I can't drive. I know one person that can drive, and that's the person that takes me to Yorkshire and back, and he lives quite a distance from me, and he already takes me to Yorkshire on little day trips every now and again. So I'd feel quite rude being like, can you help me move house for like the fourth time? Like, man's helped me move house a bunch, so I really need to figure out how to like afford movers this time, and that's gonna cost a fucking. I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. I don't know how I'm affording it. I don't know how I'm managing any of it. My phone has 10% battery. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I'll see you again in a couple of days.